When I used to start a new notebook, I would set up the pages for all the aspirational stuff first. Focus, priority, goals, projects, they all look great, but there were enough of them that didn't get used that I'm going to change things. I'm only going to set up the pages that I know that I'm going to use, and I'm going to save the rest of the setup for when I'm actually ready to do the work. I plan my life in 2-month seasons, so right now I'm setting up my late fall notebook. It's my 6th and final notebook for the year, so it's the perfect time to simplify the setup. Hi, I'm Em. I'm into all things system, productivity, habits, and planning. I like to share what I find, and I hope that some of these things are helpful for you. In this video, I'm going to talk about the simple rule that's changing how I'm setting up this new notebook, the few pages that have earned their ongoing spots, along with a couple new ones, and how I'm keeping my setup flexible and minimizing waste, but not minimizing importance. I realized I was spending energy preparing to be productive instead of just getting started. So now my rule is simple. I don't build it till I'm actually ready to use it. It's a very bullet journal kind of an idea. You add things when you need them, not before, except for a couple things I'm going to talk about in the next section. I think I always felt that the important stuff should be in front, that the placement within the notebook somehow reflected the importance of the information on the pages. And it kind of makes sense because that's what we're used to with planners. All that big picture goal stuff and the yearly layouts, all those important things were in the front. But in a notebook, that placement doesn't really mean anything if you're not going to use the pages. So I'm going to let that go. My new rule keeps me from filling in the front of the notebook with aspirational pages that stay blank. Double win. I don't waste those pages, and I don't feel bad if I have to keep flipping back through pages that I skipped. It also means that my seasonal or goal-setting work is only going to happen when I'm ready for it instead of being at the beginning of the book. Those pages, they're going to show up later when I'm ready for them and when they'll actually mean something to me. People love setup videos, and I get it. They're satisfying to watch, but honestly, mine isn't that exciting. That's kind of the point. Minimal. I'm setting up fewer pages than ever because these are the ones that actually earned their place. My practical setup is small on purpose. These are the pages that always make the cut because I know I'm going to use them right away, nearly every day, with a little bit of an asterisk because there's 2 that are new this round. The index, a quick reference to find things later. I've got a specific layout with more white space in between my weeks, and I'm really liking it. This is worth committing an extra page for me, and it's important to me. My trackers, I've cut these down quite a bit. This time I'm just going with 3. Here you can see that I have gone to using sticker paper. This is the first time I'm trying it. Somebody suggested it. I have lots of sticker paper from my planner days, and instead of printing on paper and using the removable adhesive roller things, I'm using sticker paper this time, and it looks like it's going to work pretty well. So thank you. I wish I had on the tip of my tongue who suggested that to me. I fill these in daily or near daily. I have health stats, dinners, and volunteer hours. There used to be more things here, but some of them moved to sheets, and some of them just fell in importance. I'm stripping things back, and if something is missing, it can just get a page elsewhere. I like the idea of having more things on this calendar layout, but I just didn't keep up with them. They all get recorded on my daily pages, and it was a matter of repeating it on this kind of layout. I'm just going to say, hey, it's on my daily page. If I need it, I can find it there. I used to always have to have a tab on these also because they were buried behind the seasonal pages. Now, since they're going to live up front, I may not even need a tab. We'll see. System and tools page. This is where I note things like when I moved to OmniFocus for projects or made a change in my weekly reset practice. I'm holding myself back from devoting 2 pages to this. I may end up needing it. I may not. If I do need it, it can just live later in the notebook. I'm only on the page once a week, or if that, and so that's why I have an index. Or I could also put a tab there or a post-it note. There's lots of options. I don't need to waste the page. And then a garden, yard, and nature page. It's a log for when I harvest something for the first time, or when I plant something, or different things I see around the area, when I see the pelicans back in town, or when the eagles are most active. I've pretty much always got this active somewhere. I just haven't found the right home for it. And I've really resisted putting it into a seasonal notebook because I feel like it should be somewhere, quote unquote, permanent. But those permanent places haven't stayed permanent. Maybe you saw my 3 lessons from an abandoned notebook video. The past few months, what's worked well for me is I've got it on a loose piece of paper stuck in the front of my seasonal notebook. Why on a loose paper? Because I figured, oh, eventually I'll just move this to somewhere permanent. But I think the most permanent thing in my life is my seasonal notebook, so if I really want them all together, I can just scan them and put them together. That sounds like a good solution, and I am also, again, tempted to give it 2 pages, but no, 1 page, and if I end up going on to a second one, it'll just be later in the notebook. One for docs, sheets, and pages, a home for all the active documents that I'm in and out of often or even occasionally. I've started this before, but before I used like 5 pages, one for each variety of thing, and I just didn't keep it up. It was cumbersome, but right now I'm in the process of migrating some things from here to there, so I need it this season. It may stay, it may not, but I'll immediately seed it with the things I need to keep track of right now. And I do think I'm actually going to give this one 2 pages. It's 1 page, I can risk it. That's it, nothing extra. These pages have proven their value, so they've earned a space. Other things will get added to the notebook, but they'll get added when I need them. I'm setting up this late fall notebook early, mostly because I have the itch. But honestly, that's usually what happens. Usually when I do that, I think I'll just set up all this empty pages for the reset type stuff, and I'm sure that I'll want to do that as soon as the season starts, but sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes I can't devote as much time as I would like, or sometimes it just feels repetitive because I'm still rolling things forward from the previous season. So this time, all those pages will end up in the notebook wherever I am when I have time to do them. All the big picture planning work, focus priorities, goals, projects, new habits, new routines, that stuff will just end up in the notebook wherever I happen to be. It also means the first part of the notebook stays clean and practical while the notebook continues to evolve as the season moves along. Bonus, I don't waste pages. Maybe they'll end up right after the pages I just set up. Maybe I'll start a day or two and then get to it. Maybe they'll get spread out. I will show those pages when I get to that part of setting the notebook up. But remember, I don't always show a lot of personal stuff. That's something I'm just not willing to do on a public channel anymore. But I will let you know kind of which kinds of things that I'm doing. For my last notebook, I used the parts from my seasonal reset series, and I will probably be doing that again. I might not need all the parts because some of the stuff is more foundational and you don't need it every season. I'll link that here so you can check it out, those free companion tools, but there's 5 bite-sized videos you can watch, or there's one longer one with them gathered together for you. My new approach is going to keep my notebook personal, functional, and lean. I put things in it when I get to those things. I've got more spiral notebook videos coming this month. If they're up, they'll be over here. If I don't have them ready yet, there'll be some other spiral notebook videos there for you.